All right, I think we're live, everyone. Let me get my paper straight here. This is Dawn Duvall. Give me just a minute to make sure I've got my phone in the right position. I'm gonna do a few little movements here, so bear with me 1 minute so I can try to get this set up. And I'm gonna check it on my Facebook page. So give me 1 minute. I'm gonna check to see if I am live. It's not showing me live yet, but let's check and see. Nope, it's not showing me going live, is it? Okay. It says I'm live. Let's see. Why is it not showing live? Give me another minute. Let's see if it's coming on. It's taking a few minutes. Shall we stamp? No, I'm not showing myself live. Isn't that wild? And I hit the live button. All right, Patty, can you hear me? Bring them the video. All right, hang on a minute. I'm trying to figure out what is going on. If you can hear me, just let's see. If they accept, they can join. Oh my God, this is crazy. I have no idea. Hi, Patty. Are you able to see the screen? I am still fighting with software. I suppose I'm live because you're on there, but I don't see it on my laptop. Give me just a second. I'm going to go into on my computer, if you don't mind. I tell you what, girl, I'm going to have more gray hair than I know what to do with. All right, let me get in here because it's still not showing me live. All right, let me do this. Am I live? I don't see myself in here. Oh, that's not what I want. Hang on a minute, girl. I am so sorry. This is, oh, there we go. Now I'm live. Jeez. I can see it on my computer. My iPad's not letting me on there. All right, give me 1 second. I'm going to come in here and see what I can see. Okay, there we go. There we go. There we go. I am so sorry. Welcome. All right. Well, we need to get started because I need to leave at 12:30 and it is now 11:36. So welcome everyone. I am Dawn Duvall with Shall We Stamp. I can't see the comments. So I'm going to ask, I'm going to redo my iPad. I am going to see if everything is clear where you all can see it. I can see, but I've got like this thing that's kind of holding back my photograph. I'm moving the picture over and I'm not sure if it's moving with me or not. So let me try this one more time. Okay, it says I'm live. So let's see, we've got 2 people on. That's a good thing. That's a start. I'm going to move my paper for just a minute just to make sure that you all, I'm looking at the same thing that you all are looking at. And I do see my fingers moving. All right, give me a second. Okay, there we go. All right, it's about a 20-second delay. My apologies. I am doing the old-fashioned way with my phone. So as you can tell, I'm still having issues. And I know it's me. And it's an easy software system that I'm using, but for some reason I can't seem to get it to bring my camera on. So I need to get some help from somebody. But anyways, welcome. We are going to do this sketch today. And it's a very simple sketch, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to create these cards. I'll show you one that I've done, and then we're going to go ahead and create 2 more. And they're very simple cards. So this is going to be good if you are just starting out paper crafting, or if you find like you're sitting at the craft table and all of a sudden you've got like, you can't think and your brain's not cooperating. And this is a good place to start, and then you can take it and do whatever that you want with it. So we're going to work with 2 stamp sets. I'm going to do the Utterly Amazing stamp set. We'll do one of those first, and then I'm doing another new one that's in the catalog, and I'll show you that when we get started as well. So that's the sketch. This is the one that I made. So let me go ahead and pull my sketch picture off and get this in the camera. It's going to take a few minutes, I think, to show it. This is using, there we go. So this is using the Utterly Amazing stamp set. And what I've done is I've used a piece of pecan pie cardstock, and this is cut at 4¼ by 11, and then we scored it at 5½. Now on this piece, and you can cut this whatever width that you want. This particular one, I think I cut this one at 2½. I did. So I cut this at 2½, and then I took a piece of Calypso coral, and that's 1/4 inch. And then for the sentiment, just cut your coordinating cardstock and to fit your sentiment. So it's going to be whatever sentiment you use. And then I popped that up on dimensionals and then added some of the, let's see, what are these old guys called? The Riverside Irregular pearls. And that's what those look like. Let me get in the camera. You can see. There's a delay here, so I'm trying to get them in. Hopefully y'all can see that. Yep, there we go. So that's the Riverside Irregular pearls. So that's what we're going to make. So that's one of the cards, okay? So now let's go forward. I'm going to come back in with the otter stamp set, and we're going to do a different one. But if you noticed, the card sketch showed us doing it in the vertical, right? In the portrait mode. So I'm going to go back and do it in horizontal or the landscape. Okay, so we're going to take our same pecan pie, and we're still cutting it at 4¼ by 5½. The only difference is we're going to twist it, and we're going to excuse me, and then we're going to lay it down this way. So this piece, now I did go shorter on this piece, and this one, and this is from that designer paper pack. This is 2 inches. And if y'all don't remember what it looks like, it's in the online exclusive. So it's not in the catalog, it's in the online exclusive. And this is that paper that has all these beautiful otters swimming and the back sides. I mean, it's just really beautiful papers. And then it also comes with a set of dies if you choose to buy the bundle. Okay, so that just kind of gives you some ideas. Again, this is an online exclusive. So just go online and search, type in Utterly Amazing, and it will bring it up for you. Okay, so this one is cut at 2 inches by 5½. So I'm going to go ahead and attach this to the bottom of my card because I'm going to stamp and get my glue going here. Hang on. I'm going to stamp an image right onto the cardstock. Well, good Lord, I thought this thing was opened and now it doesn't want to cooperate. All right, let me get another one out. Hang on a second. I got one right here. That was one my husband was doing some stuff with yesterday. So he was a crafting fool. All right, so we're going to just add some adhesive on to the back of this 2-inch piece of that Utterly paper. But then, again, like I mentioned, we're going to do this in the landscape mode. We're not going to do it in vertical. All right, so I'm going to lay it right at the bottom. It's, again, 2 by 5½. Again, and this is such an easy sketch to do, but I find sometimes we just need to go back to the basics, right? Go back to when it's easy and we don't get all stressed out. All right, now I'm taking a 1/4 inch of garden green, and I'm going to go ahead, and what I'm going to do though, this is what I'm going to do first. I'm going to stamp my sentiment on here. I'm going to be a daredevil, and we're going to use our garden green ink. So let me grab that. I'm going to stamp it right on here because I'm going to stamp my picture of the otters. I'm going to stamp them on the actual paper. So I don't want to add anything that's going to take away from the picture. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp. We're cute together in the garden green. So hopefully I'm going to line this right here on my table. And let's keep our fingers crossed that I can get it on here. There we go. I think that turned out pretty well, considering. All right, so now I'm going to glue that down where the, whoopsie, sorry, I'm moving stuff out of the way. All right, so we're going to glue this down just to give it a little separation, but we're going to butt it up to our paper. Oh, I keep grabbing the wrong one, sorry. We're going to just butt it right up to our paper. So we don't need a whole lot of adhesive on this. And that way I thought this would be kind of like a minimalistic type card. And then I'm going to come back because I've got some pieces hanging over. So we're going to go ahead and trim those off. So let's do that now. And it's not much. It's just a little bit, but it's enough that, you know, might drive you crazy if you're someone that doesn't like paper hanging over. So let's do a little snip here. And we'll just snip that off. See, it wasn't much at all. There we go. All right. And then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take our pecan pie. Let me find it. Pecan over here, our ink. And then I'm going to take the two otters that are laying together. If you can see that, are you able to see? And let me turn it this way. You might be able to see them better with this sitting on top. I'm going to give it just a second. Yeah, you can see, barely see it. But those are the two otters that are kind of hugging each other. So we're going to stamp that right over on top here. And that's going to be the card. I'm not going to do anything else to it. I'm just going to leave it the way it is. I thought this would be cute to do. Now, hopefully I don't get too much ink on it and give it a squash. So we're going to stamp that just right in the center. And I'm just going to push down, make sure I get a good coverage, because obviously if I mess up, then we have to start our card all over again. And we don't want to do that. So we're going to just stamp that right there. And look at that. Isn't that cute? And that's the card. I'm not doing anything else with it. I'm going to leave it just like that. And then, of course, we'll add a piece of basic white to the inside, or you can use very vanilla if you prefer. And we can go ahead. Let's add that to the inside of our card. Whoops, let me get a piece. Hang on a second here, because we'll stamp. All right, so whoops, I got all these different sizes in my place, and they're in the wrong spot. Isn't that cute, though? I mean, you can color in if you want to color in the leaves. I mean, we could actually do that, but I think I'm just going to leave it that way. And then we can take our inside piece, and let's take a stamp set. Let's see what we have in here. We've got the fish. We could add the fish to the bottom, or we could just do a few of those little leaves. I think that's what we'll do. Let's just do that, and we'll stamp that in the green. So let's just pull out a couple of the little leaves, and I'm going to move this out of the way. Let me grab a block. So hang on a second. Let me grab that. And we'll just decorate the inside of our card, and then we'll move on to the second card. And again, this is an easy, I mean, a really easy card. You can make it a lot more involved if you want to, but kind of like using that sketch, it's, you know, trying to, I'm going to put some up here, and then I'll put maybe two up here at the top. I think the sketches, it just gives you the ability to start, gives you a starting place, and then you can go from there. So that kind of gives it just a little bit of something on the inside so it doesn't look so plain, right? Okay. So let's go ahead. Let me move my ink out of the way so we're not wearing that today. And then we'll go ahead and add this to the inside, and then that gives you room where you can write your message. And you can always add, you know, again, if you want to color, you could actually take your blends or your Stampin' Write markers, and you could color the leaves on the front that the seals, or the otters, I should say, they're not seals, that the otters, you could color those if you want to. And you could color these guys, but I think I just want to leave it plain like that. Isn't that cute? And that's an easy card. I like that. I think, and I love how you know, that way it doesn't take anything away from up here. Because if I put a sentiment, then it's going to draw everybody down to this area. And don't you love this paper? It's got the seagrass with the calypso coral fish. Isn't that cute? All right, so that's our card right there. All right, now we're going to come in. Now we're going to do another card, and we're going to use another stamp set. And this is, I'm also going to use some of the celebration paper that you can get for free. This is Bloom's Impressions. Now this is, at first I wasn't sure I liked it, but because it's kind of busy, but I really do. We're going to work with this piece right here, but look at these beautiful papers. And this is for free with a $60 order. And a lot of them have the same similar color that coordinates on the back, but it's just more like a watercolor effect. So you've got some of the Blackberry Bliss, you've got some yellow with coral, and then or peachy colors in that. It probably is petal pink most likely. And then there's the double. So you get two of each. And this is free with you when you place an order of $60 through my online store. And then there's this piece right here that I think I used on a card previously. And then that's the back side. And the paper is really, this one's really good to use for the sky, if you don't want to create your own sky. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Now I'm going to use Petunia Pop. So this is going to be cut at 5.5 by 8.5, and I've already got it scored at 4.25. So we're just going to go ahead and fold this over. And I've noticed recently that when I score my cards, they're off just a little bit. So just get your fingers and hold it up tight. I hold it at the bottom with my thumb, and then I can come in and repress this so I get it right back to where it needs to be so my edges are even. All right. So there we go. So those are pretty good. That's pretty close. Now this one we're going to go ahead and do, let me think about this. I've lost my train of thought here. This one I think we're going to do now. There is a direction to this because these leaves, this is the Shy Shamrock that's in here. I thought it was Summer Splash, but I believe they said it was Shy Shamrock. But let me just confirm that. Yep, Shy Shamrock. So that's giving it a little green effect. So I'm going to go ahead and do it just like I did the first one. And then we're going to do a sentiment and we're going to cut that out as well. All right, so this, I did this one at 2 inches as well. It gives you a little bit more room to add things over here. So we'll go ahead and glue this one down. And there's a pretty background. This is Pool Party. And those light little white type flowers. So that's really pretty. So this is a nice set to have. And especially because you can get it for free, right? And then we're going to put that right on here. I am going to leave a little bit of a border this time. I'm not going to put it right towards the edge. I'm going to leave a little bit of border this way, but I'm going to bring it top to bottom. All right. And then I always cut a little bit longer. I just want to make sure. Actually, I got this one pretty good. Yep, this one's not even hanging over. And again, I'm doing a 1/4 piece of the Shy Shamrock. So let's go ahead and put this down. And we'll put some adhesive on that. And this is a 1/4 by 5.5, in case anybody's out there wondering, because we're going to do it from top to bottom. And again, we're going to butt this right up to here. And if you cut it a little bit longer, that's okay, because that way it allows you to cut it off and it makes it look it's perfect in length. And there we go. I think we're good. All right, so there's that. And then let me show you the stamp set. I forgot. This is called Grow with Love. This is a new one. And this is a cling stamp. There are 9 stamp sets in here. And this is with the different vegetable or what are these things called? Herbs. So you got basil, rosemary, thyme, and mint. And then you've got this piece here that you can stamp that gives you an actual rectangle, decorative rectangle to use when stamping. And then you've got 4 sentiments. Grown with love, you're on my mind, from the garden of, and then you can put your name there. And then thanks so much for your love and care. I really like that. This is the first card I'm making with this. So we're going to use the thanks so much for your love and care. And then it comes with coordinating dies, and this is a bundle. So it actually will make a gift card. So this is the gift card holder right here. You'll cut this out, fold it up, and that can make a gift card that you can actually put inside your card if you want to. And then these will cut out the herbs. 2 of these will fit one, and then there's one for the other 2. So this is kind of a 2-in-1 die. Now, we may do this in the next week or 2, and we'll make some of the gift card holders with this. But I thought this was a really different bundle, so I went ahead and got that one. Okay. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to put some doodads on here. So before I get started, I just looked at my card and thought, that thing looks naked. We're going to put some of these gems on here. I'm going to pull in some with the green. I'm only going to put 3. So I'm going to put one kind of a little bit more toned down, and then I'm going to use a little a small of the colored ones. I'm so sorry. And I'll put one right about, let's put one right here. No, we don't want to do that. Let's put one right here. All right, so I forgot to put my embellishments on there. So don't forget that, even though I'm starting on the second card. Okay, so we're going to come back in, and I won't forget because I got my my decorations for this one as well. All right, so we are going to stamp a piece of basic white, and I'm going to be cutting this down because I'm not sure how big my stamp is and how much I need. So we're going to do some cutting here. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp the thank you, and I'm going to do that in the Shy Shamrock. And we'll just move that up there for just a second and get that out of the way. And let's see. This thing, I really thought, I put my label on there a little crooked, and it's throwing me off when I'm cutting or stamping. So I'm going to cut this down, but I'm going to stamp it towards the bottom and leave a little bit of a border, and then I'll trim accordingly. Okay. So see how it's crooked? Yeah. So I'm going to flip that over, and then I'm going to turn it a little bit this way so it doesn't look like it's crooked. I'm going to turn it more to the left. And I'm just going to have to, there we go. So see, you have to just play with your stamp. So if you put your sentiment on there in the wrong, if it didn't go completely straight, don't worry about it. You can just remember to stamp it a certain direction. Okay. So now I'm going to bring in my paper cutter, my trimmer, and let's trim this up, and then I'll determine what size I need for my sentiment. All right, so I'm going to go ahead, and first thing I'm going to do is cut down this way, and then I can determine how much I want, and then I need to adjust this right here because that's not straight either. So I'm going to start with this side and move that, and then this piece here, I want this to be a little bit closer, and I want it straighter. Okay, and again, your sentiment paper, it's going to be whatever size that you want to fit your sentiment, right? So let's see, let's cut this down a little bit. I don't want to get too close, but I want to get it close enough. Nope. You can look it through your trimmer. You can see if your letters are off, so you've got room. And then I need to trim that. I'm going to trim the bottom just a little bit. And I'm going to bring this up to the top. Yeah, I'm going to bring that down. I'm going to hold this in place with my hand. And there we go. So that's a good size piece. All right. So we're going to take that, and I'm going to now measure it so I know what size I want my Shy Shamrock. So this is measured at almost 2 inches. So let's just make it even 2. Let's do that. Let's get it down to 2 inches. I've got glue on here. It's not letting me move. All right, so let's lay this down at 2 inches. And then I'm just going to trim that it's just going to be a little like a hair off, but let's just do that. I'll make it easier and straighten that out some. All right, so we're going to do 2 by, do you ever get paper stuck in your trimmer? All right, so we're going to do 2 by 1 actually. So let's cut this at, let's do 2 by 1. Let's do 1 inch here, or let's do 1 1/8. I'm going to do 1 1/8 because I don't want a real big border. Let's do 1 1/8. And did I say 2 inches? I think I did. Let's go 2 1/8, and let's see if that works. All right. All right. So now we've got our Shy Shamrock and our sentiment, and that's perfect. Look at that. Perfect there. So that's how I cut my sentiments when I'm not sure what size I need. All right, I'm going to go ahead and add some adhesive to this, and then I'm going to add this to my square here, or my rectangle, I should say. And let's get that in there. I'm going to pull it up so I can look at it and get it straight. So it looks a little crooked. It does. It's a little bit crooked on the bottom, but you know what? I'm not going to worry about that because it's handmade. No fuss. We're not fussing. And then I think I am going to add some dimensionals, but I think I'm going to add some baker's twine, or linen twine, I should say. So let's, excuse me, let's go ahead and pull in some of the linen thread. And let me pull this off. And let's just do a little bit. Actually, do we want to do brown? I don't think we want to do brown, do we? Let's do white. Sorry about that. I got some white in here somewhere. Here we go. Let's do white. I think the browns, that's not going to look right. Okay, so let's go ahead And let's cut off some of this. I know that's going to be way too much, but that's all right. And I'm going to just kind of do a small little loop-de, and I'm going to put adhesive on the back to help hold this in place when I make my loop, okay? So we're going to lay that there, and then we will, I'm just going to I want part of that to hang over, and then I'm just going to do a loop. So we'll do a loop, and then I'm going to come back and do a loop this way and see, let me move this one. And I'm going to look at that and see if I like the way it looks. So this one I need to make a loop. So let's do another loop. Let me see if I can do it. Hang on a minute. I know everybody has their own ways of doing this. No, you know what? I don't want to do that. I want that to hang out. This one needs to come over. That's the problem. Let's move this one out, and we'll do that right there. That way, there we go. That's what I want. So let's trim this off right here. Okay. So that's what I want. I wanted kind of that look. I don't want it to, that way it doesn't take away from the card. All right, so now all we need to do is put our dimensionals on here, and we're going to add 3 of those. So we'll put 1 there. Even though I have the adhesive on the back, I'm going to put 3 because I want it to stay popped up. And then I just wanted those little tails to hang out, right? And then we're just going to pull these off. And again, it's an easy, quick and easy card. And it's amazing. Sometimes we get hung up on wanting to make everything look so gorgeous, right? And then we lose track and we think we need to go back to the basics. Just go back to the way when you first started. And then I'm going to place this right here in the center. All right. And then that's the card. And then we'll go ahead and add some embellishments. Now this is the Sunny Day Iridescent, and this comes with that Ocean Friends, part of that suite. Love these colors. And we're going to be doing more of those cards if you watched me last week. So we're going to pull some of these out, and I'm going to use one of the green, and then I'm going to use the couple of the little pinks. So let me find my paper snips. What did I do with them? Oh, they're hiding underneath my, nope, that's not it. Okay. All right, well, I guess we're not going to use our paper snips. I don't know what I did with them, but that's all right. Well, actually, let me use my take your pick tool. That's what they're for, right? Okay, so we are going to, let me think about this. This is a big decision. All right, so I'm going to put 1. Let's put 1 right here. All right, that's a larger one. And we do have, look, we do have that. I wish these came in smaller sizes. All right, let's put one of these colors. Let's put that right here. Actually, I'm going to put it right here. No, that's too similar to that one. So let's move this one over. Let's put it right here. And then I'm going to put one of the green ones. I'll use a smaller one, and we're going to do 3. So let's put 1 right at the top of this corner, so it gives us kind of that triangle effect. And that is that. And then the next thing, all we need to do now is to add our piece of white to the inside. And those are typically 4 by 5 1/4. So we can go ahead and add another piece of basic white. And if we wanted, we probably could come in and stamp, let's stamp the rosemary. Let's just stamp that on the bottom. I haven't taken it off yet, but let's go ahead and do that. We'll just stick it on there. What do you think? Do you think that's going to look funny if we put that in there with that? I don't know. Maybe so, because they're not flowers. Let's not. Let's just leave it the way it is. We'll leave it the way it is. And then you can write your own message on the inside. All right, so that's it. We're going to put that in here. We'll glue it down, and then that will be ready for our message. So again, let me show you the 3 cards. Again, it's a short Saturday creation anticipation using the sketch. Those that may have just joined, this is what the sketch looks like again. Let me move that and put that over here. And there we go. There's the sketch. All right, and then here are the cards that we created. We've got the utterly awesome, or utterly amazing, waters. And this one I used here and stamped the sentiment on the green. Isn't that cute? And then this one we did, this is a little bit brighter. That's my initial one that I made. And then here's the last one, which we used the free celebration paper. Get that over here in the camera for you. I'm sure it's in the camera, but I've got a black spot on my side of my screen for some reason. I'm not sure why. And there's that one. Isn't this gorgeous? And you know, you could always emboss this if you wanted, emboss this piece, or you could even do another piece of petunia pop, and you could emboss that and add that over top of this just to give it some texture. You could do that. I just made, I'm getting ready to put a reel out for the Expressions of Kindness card kit. If you haven't purchased that, I think they may be out of it, and I'll double check. But you definitely want to look at purchasing that. I created 12 additional cards, alternative cards, and the box is set to make 8 of 2 designs. 2 designs for each, so a total of 8 cards, and I got 12 plus the 2 that I made that the card box said. So anyways, I'll be showing those to you as well. All right, everyone, that is my Saturday creation anticipation. Thank you so much for joining. I greatly appreciate it. If you need anything or have any questions, please reach out to me. And if you are looking for a catalog and you don't have a demonstrator that you're not currently working with, I'll be more than happy to send you one. Just reach out to me and put catalog in the comments. And for that, have a great weekend, and I will see you back Tuesday. And just remember September, good Lord, January is scheduled a little bit off because of different commitments that we had. So just check the email when you receive that on Tuesday, and I'll tell you if we're on. I think we'll be on YouTube next week. I don't know. It could be Facebook. I can't remember. So, anyways, have a great weekend, everyone. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to talking to you soon. All right. Bye now.